wa taifa,
jiepushe
na uvivu, tujenge taifa.
ndugu yangu,
Kumekucha, amka twende shamba,
jiepushe
na uvivu, tujenge taifa.
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Dreamland Voices. I am your resident host, Richard Mwenja. And now this week, we want to take our conversation a little bit higher and delve into matters to do with public debt ceiling. In the recent years, Kenya's debt to GDP ratio has risen from 59.1% in the 2016-2017 financial year to 62% in the 2018-2019 financial year. And these figures are racing towards dangerous levels thanks to Kenya's insatiable appetite for loans. And now join me on set to discuss about this and also look at the bone of contention here is an economist as well as a banker with the Equity Bank Foundation, Mr. Amani Yeri, and he will be joining me right after this break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. Amani Yeri on set with us today. Now just to remind you, Kenya's debt ceiling was at 6.5 trillion recently, and it was raised to 9 trillion shillings, thanks to the approval of the Senate as well as the legislature at large. Mr. Amani Yeri, Kenyans are wondering, what is public debt in the first place?
Yeah, to the Kenyan, a public debt can be defined as the amount that a country owes to its lenders outside itself. These lenders can be either domestic or international, which include individuals, businesses, corporations, and even other government. So that is what we can call it as public debt.
So you're talking about both foreign and local.
Yeah, both foreign and local.
But the thing is, Kenyan owes people money, the lenders,
Yeah.
both foreign and domestic.
Yes.
All right, awesome. Now, Amani, with the Senate plenary and the Parliament at large paving way for the increase of the debt ceiling to 9 trillion shillings, to a Kenyan, by how much is the move?
So this move increases the debt ceiling by 2.5 trillion. This means that the Treasury can borrow an additional of 2.5 trillion from the current 6.5 million, making the debt ceiling
Trillion actually.
Trillion, making the debt ceiling to 9 trillion. If the economy continues to perform poorly, then the debt ceiling might also increase.
So yeah, with time it might skyrocket.
Yeah, it might skyrocket when the economy continues to perform poorly.
Actually, it's actually premeditated. So the 2.5 trillion increase, we should just ensure it doesn't go even beyond that.
Yeah, as a country, we should have measures that will curb that increase, not go beyond 9.
So at least let's retain at 9 trillion shillings
9
and try just to calm down rather than going beyond.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So 2.5 trillion is the move. And well, Mr. Mani, there is also another bone of contention here. Kenya's population is at 47.5 million people as per the recently released census results. Now when we trickle down this figure, or rather when we break down these figures, it puts every Kenyan at a debt of 189,000 shillings. Remember, this is just an approximation. This figure can increase over the years, but as of now it's at approximately 189,000 shillings. Now every Kenyan is indebted. Both the employed, the unemployment, everyone, it just cuts across. Is this fair enough, first of all, to the 47.5 million Kenyans?
Yeah, on my case, that is not fair. It's not fair at all. Because can the loans be accounted for by the government? So that brings about the point of that it is not fair, because these Kenyans do not know what was used with those money that was acquired as loans. So to say that every Kenyan who is walking on the street has got a debt of 189,000, it's not fair at all, because that amount cannot be accounted by the government. So they can't see that effect of those loans. So it's not fair.
All right, now Amani, with the green light raising the debt ceiling to 9 trillion shillings, how efficient can the National Treasury be to ensure that it pays its outstanding loans, which are already there? All right? So what are the avenues that they can take to ensure they do efficient debt service?
First, the country should come up with various reforms that will enable the management of this debt that are being taken. So in that matter, as a country, we need to actually expand the various avenues that it uses to generate income as a country. So this revenue generator will be so resourceful in doing what? In paying the various debt that the country has taken. Also, there should be that part of accountability for the country, because when each and every coin that is taken as a debt is accounted for, then there will be no struggles in paying these loans. So in that matter, the country will be in a position to service this debt very efficiently. Then another thing, the country should also focus on the various projects that it makes. It should invest in various projects that are more economical, and in that way it will increase the various revenues that the government is in a position to get from these investments. Yeah.
All right. So that's very true. If you can remember, Kenya is a member state of the East African community, and actually majority of people know that. Now this community came with an agreement whereby member states are not allowed to actually borrow more than half of what they make of their GDP annually, right? But now Kenya has surpassed that limit. They have gone beyond that. They have borrowed more than what they make, half of their GDP annually. Isn't this going against the conditions that were laid down by the community? And what impression does Kenya create to the partners, say Burundi, Rwanda? What image is actually sent to them?
Yes, it's true. Kenya as a country, it has violated the agreement of the community. Being a member state, it should have just go according to the agreement. But the fact that it went ahead and raised that debt ceiling, then the point here is now for the country to justify itself by doing what? By ensuring that they'll be in a position to service that debt efficiently, and even in the future, it will not be able to surpass that limit.
All right, thing here is not borrowing more than half of what they make in their GDP annually. So I think you were saying Kenya should just stick to that.
It should stick to that, and even in the future, it should work on so that they can be able to lower it down.
And actually regain the trust of the members in the community.
Yeah, to regain the trust.
Because it's a community and they have goals, they are coming up with goals.
Yeah, the economical goals.
So your final take, Kenya should ensure?
It should ensure that it's in a position to service that debt, and even in the future, it should, as it pays it, then it should limit the amount and even go down so that it can be able to remain within the acceptable levels of that.
Not trying to actually borrow more than what you make, more than half of what you make in annual GDP, right?
Yeah, they should not borrow more than half of what they make.
All right, awesome. Wow, what a conversation, Mr. Manieri. And thank you for coming through on the show.
Thank you so much, and I'm glad, and I'll be glad to join you next time.
All right, be sure we'll have you in one of our subsequent episodes very soon.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Awesome. Should Kenya's debt ceiling continue being raised by the day, then it remains an open truth that the economy will keep on dwindling and plummeting by the day as well. For Dreamland Voices from the University of Nairobi, I am Richard Mwenja.
Vivu ni adui mkubwa kwa ujenzi wa taifa.